Hi, I'm Veronica Swiatek, and welcome to Ybor Flavors, a monthly show featuring Ybor City, which is Tampa's National Historic Landmark District. We are in beautiful Centennial Park for the first annual Cuban Sandwich Festival. There's going to be tons of music, lots of vendors, and we're going to be searching for the best Cuban sandwich in Tampa. Let's go check it out. City Council get involved with this Cuban Sandwich Festival?
Well, actually, the City Council is not involved, but the way this all turned out was City Council back in September had a workshop, Cultural Assets as Economic Engine, and part of that was looking at the historic Cuban sandwich and the tradition that it had been prepared, served, and consumed in this city for over 100 years. And so at that point, we decided to do research and bring it forth, and we did in March, and we passed a unanimous resolution. The historic Tampa Cuban sandwich is Tampa's signature sandwich by resolution 2012-388.
Wow, now that stirred up a lot of controversy. I mean, I've been hearing everything in the news. You know, Miami, they're pretty upset about this.
Well, Miami, yes, they felt, as a matter of fact, that salami in the Cuban sandwich was a sacrilege, and they couldn't get over it. I did meet with the mayor of Miami in Miami, and I took him a 15-pound whole roll salami as a gift. And as far as I know, he could be putting slices of salami in his Cuban sandwich in Miami right now.
Maybe he's going ahead and putting your salami in his sandwich and going to be voting here today.
Yes, that's very possible. It's very.
So what do we have behind us?
Well, we have 21 judges, and we have 35 different restaurants participating. There's two categories. There's a traditional Cuban sandwich, which is what is on the resolution, which was the original way it was made over 100 years ago. And then they have the creative Cuban sandwich judging, which is, you can imagine. And so those two, and there'll be first place for both.
And I also hear that there are some people from Miami with competing in today's.
Yes, there is. Yes, there are. And since it's a blind test, no one knows whose sandwich belongs to who.
And your personal opinion, do you like the traditional or the non-traditional?
I love the traditional. I grew up on the traditional, and it has everything you need. And I personally like it pressed.
Well, let's go see what we have over here.
All right, thank you.
We found the promoter of the event, Jolie, who is also with the Latin Times. Hi, Jolie.
Hi, how are you?
It's hot out here.
Oh my God, I'm suffocating. Sorry.
Well, that's because you're running around eating all these Cubans.
Yeah, guilty of that. And you can see our turnout. It's phenomenal. The first annual Cuban Sandwich Festival, and you know, as it implies, many years to come.
I cannot believe how busy it is. Look at all these people. They are just dying to try some Cubans. What's going on today?
Well, we have vendors selling Cubans, and then we have the competition area right here. We have 21 competitors in this area, plus 5 non-traditional competitors. Non-traditional being the sandwich that is anything that veers away from the historic sandwich of Tampa. And we have our VIP judges who are tasting, and they'll be judging, and we'll be announcing the winners in a few hours. And there's a lot of excitement here. Everybody's here looking for a Cuban sandwich.
So all the judges, they have 21 sandwiches that they have to taste, correct?
They have actually 25 sandwiches they're going to have to taste.
What if you get full?
They were told to wear stretchy pants.
Okay, so we're going to see some judges that are very full pretty soon.
Yes, yes, yes. They're probably all going to have to go on a carbless diet afterwards, but you know.
I'm just looking for the couches. Do you have couches where everybody can lay down?
No sleeping allowed. They have to keep moving.
Well, I know you're moving fast, so we're going to let you go. Thank you and congratulations.
Oh, thank you, and many years to come for the Cuban Sandwich Festival. Go Tampa.
We'll see you next year.
Thank you. See you.
This is awesome. You got Yoli Capino, the city council says, this is our official sandwich. You got people in Miami going, no, it's not. And we're saying, yes, it is.
What do you think?
And then you got Tampa Latin Chamber. You know what I think. This is Ybor all the way back 1900s. You can't get any more Cuban sandwich than that.
Now, you have some history with the Cuban sandwiches, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Can you tell? I've had a bunch.
Well worth it, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. Let me tell you a little bit about it. If you look at it, the first thing is the bread. If it's not Cuban bread from Tampa, you can forget about it, like my Sicilian friends say.
Okay, bread number one. Got it.
Number one, it's got to be Cuban bread with a little palmetto leaf, the palm leaf in the middle of it. And then, of course, you have to have the pork, roast pork with mojo. Mojo's made with sour orange and seasonings. Without that, forget about it.
I knew that, by the way.
No, you don't. You're a smart girl.
And then what else?
Well, of course, you have the ham. Has to be ham, good ham, sweet ham usually.
Why the sweet ham?
Oh, because it's got to be good. It's got to be good. That's what makes it good.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you have a slice of Swiss cheese, and then sour pickles, and then mustard.
So we
And
have
it's
sweet
good to go.
ham.
That's traditional.
Now tell me, you grew up here, right?
Yeah, I did. I grew up, my granddad used to come from Cuba to roll cigars in the early 1900s, and that was his typical meal. You know, the Cuban sandwich. They didn't put mayonnaise on it so they can carry it to their work, and it stayed good. You know, they kept it with them and they ate it, and they could eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, that's the way it was. And it's still the way it is.
So we have somebody from Miami here competing?
I understand there's people from Miami, people from Hernando County, people from all over the state looking for that title, you know. I got news for you. That salami, that's a Sicilian edition, and it makes it super.
Now, are you judging today?
No. If I eat that much Cuban sandwiches, they'll have to roll me out of here.
But you already had some, right?
Oh, my God. Yes, I have. And I know where the good ones are.
Ooh, so what else do we have going on today?
All kinds of fun. We have a stage. Bahia FM is bringing recording artist Ansel. Also, our local Infinidad, Orquesta Infinidad, which is a local Cuban band. Awesome music. We're going to have a great time. We got to thank Yoli Gonzalez and Victor Padilla for putting this together. The Ybor City Saturday Market's here every Saturday, Veronica. So if you want to come out on Saturday,
I'm always here on Saturday mornings. It's perfect.
So we're going to have a blast. There's things for kids, there's cigars, there's all kinds of stuff.
Well, we're going to go get into some trouble.
Well, that might not be hard to do.
Thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Thanks. We're in the main tasting area, and as you can see, it is very intense. They are taking this very seriously. I mean, as you can tell, they are all so delicious. So delicious that I'm gonna have to sneak a bite. You're a celebrity judge today.
I am indeed. I don't know why you put an Irish guy in charge of judging Cuban sandwiches.
I know, do you have Cuban sandwiches in Ireland?
No. All we have is potatoes.
No potatoes in a Cuban sandwich.
Potatoes in the Cuban sandwich. And I heard from the mayor of Miami that you don't even put pickles in there, which I find hard to believe.
So you guys are talking, right?
Oh, we're talking smack.
Oh, okay. And what's he saying?
He says that the Cuban sandwich is a Miami sandwich. I said, baloney on that, Mr. Mayor. It's a Tampa product. This is the home of Cuban independence. Just ask Jose Marti. This is our sandwich, not your sandwich. And pickles go on the sandwich.
What about salami?
Absolutely. Love salami. Got to, represent the Italians in this whole crowd.
I was hoping you were going to invite him up here and, so he can experience it for himself.
Well, I don't want to humiliate the guy,
You are so great.
Oh, you are so kind.
So tell me, what is your favorite Cuban? Is it the traditional or the non-traditional?
Well, I just got here, so I haven't started eating them yet, but I like the traditional Cubans, yeah.
Oh, so you are not eating yet.
I haven't started yet. I haven't started. I had an event before this, so I really need to dive in. I got 40 sandwiches to eat, which is really going to be interesting. So I'm going to give it my best shot.
All right, well, I'm going to follow you around and see which one you like the best, and then you're going to give me the tips on which one to eat.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'll watch you. Imagine this, Casey Gunsmart. What are you doing in Ybor City, Casey?
Oh, I just love Cuban sandwiches. I can't stay away from Ybor City.
I did see you eating a couple a little bit earlier.
No, but I'm a gourmet. I'm just tasting.
And what are you holding here?
It looks like I'm holding about 25 Cuban sandwiches, but we have a lot of people that are participating, and there's some great flavors, and I can't wait to get to the next table.
I know, I'm watching you, and you are just so intense. You have your pad of paper, and how are you judging? I mean, how do you judge a Cuban sandwich?
Well, first by taste, of course.
But all tastes are different.
Well, all tastes are different, but you have to see how they assemble it, and they have to make sure that they have the right quality meats, the right quality. Even the mustard has to be just right for a traditional Ybor City sandwich.
And that's your favorite, right? Traditional?
Well, I do like the traditional. That's what we feature at the Columbia. And if they don't start with the real Cuban bread, I'm sorry, they get a 0 from me.
And are you competing today?
No, we're judging, and we're proud to be part of it. We were very happy that this is happening. What a great event for Ybor City. We couldn't be happier just being here and judging.
Well, I'm going to let you get back to tasting. Thank you so much.
Okay, if you like, you can share.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to try some.
Okay,
Can I try some now?
Have a fun day. Okay,
I
take
will.
care.
Well, somebody started making Cuban sandwiches in the 1890s, I believe, and that's where it all started.
They must have been pretty good because they're still around.
You know, I think it's the perfect, for a hungry man, it's a great sandwich. 3 meats, cheese, bread.
Now, by the looks of it, it looks like you're a judge.
Yes, I am a judge, and it's not an easy thing to be because I have judged about 15, and I think I have another 15 to go, and I don't know if I'm going to make it.
How do you become a judge?
That's a good question. I didn't have to pay anybody.
No? So you just had to come out here and eat?
No, I'll tell you how. I think because I was the chair of the committee that identified the ingredients for the City Council proclamation naming the sandwich the official sandwich of Tampa. So I was the chair that had to go out and do the research, which was fun. Interviewing a bunch of people, holding some public meetings, etc.
This is fun. I mean, look at all the people that came down here for Ybor, and then we're going to do some additional events that are going to draw some people. Tell us about those.
Well, I started with some friends here in Ybor City in 1991, an art show called the Cuban Sandwich Show. And we've been doing it off and on for 22 years. This year will be the 22nd year. We didn't do it every year. And it's a whole month now with funding from YCDC, Ybor City Development Corporation. Last year we did it the entire month of June. This year it's going to be the entire month of August in honor somewhat of the Republican convention coming. We figure we'll have a bigger audience. And then the proclamation really has created, as you know, a ton of information. And for example, I was on Sunday Edition with everybody else on NPR, which was a nationally broadcast show. I listen to that show every day. But to be on there with the mayor of Miami and Don Barco from King Corona and myself, it was like, whoa, this really is taking off. When we started the show, my friends who started it, Denise and Gordon Meyer, who had a little place, they had a studio right next to Aguileone's Fish Market. And I was an artist and I was painting murals for them. And they said, well, we're going to do this show. And I said, what's it called? And they called it the Cuban Sandwich Show. And I said, well, what is that? And they said, we don't know. We just think it's a great name. And I said, oh, okay. So I went home and I lived here in Ybor City. I was doing dumpster diving. I found a dentist's office was getting rid of all their things. And one of the things they got rid of was these things of teeth, you know, casts. And it was in the dumpster. And I picked it up and I was reading. I go, oh my God, on the back is names like Nuccio, Trafficante, Regano, et cetera, et cetera. These were all, this dentist office was all the famous Italians, only their teeth. So I got Cuban bread and I clamped it on there.
and did some Christmas lights, and it was an awesome piece. And I said, my art is about Ybor City and Tampa. So that's what it is now. All the art, whether it's film, poetry, literature, visual arts, dance, music, the topic has to be Tampa or Ybor City, well, that's part of Tampa, or Cuban sandwiches. So that's why we say Tampa and or Cuban sandwiches. So like you can see, some of the art is about Tampa and some of it's absolutely about the Cuban sandwich. It's whimsical, it's fun, it can be serious, political, silly, and that's what I love about it.
Well, today is definitely fun. Do you have a date scheduled?
August 1 through August 31.
All right, well, we'll see you down there.
Yes, I expect Sarah Palin and Mitt and Newt and all those people to show up at some of these things if they're not too busy.
And what about some of the ghosts, Trafficani and just like Nuccio?
Here. They're here. They're here today.
We are here in Ybor City.
We are here in Ybor City. Look at this. It's amazing.
And which sandwich are you voting for?
Well, the truth is I don't know, because there's like 20 different ones, and there's at least 4 of them that are absolutely outstanding. So I think they're going to have to narrow them down for us to make a final choice.
There's all these choices, and the sandwiches are like a really nice size. Are you eating the whole sandwich?
I'm taking about 2 or 3 bites, and then I'm really focusing on the pickle and the salami and the bread. Those are the things I've really been focusing on. Others might make more judgments about the roast pork, but I'm really looking at the pickle, the bread, and the salami.
Does that mean you're looking at the roast pork?
I'm looking at everything. That's one of the great things about a Cuban sandwich, is that everyone has an opinion about what makes a great Cuban sandwich. I mean, for me, it's the whole combination of everything. The flavors of the meat as they come together with the cheese and the mustard. The bread is extremely important. The pickle has to have just that right combination of, vinegar and sweetness that you expect out of a really good pickle. So when you put all those together, that's what makes a great Cuban sandwich.
Now, nobody mentioned the bread being pressed. How do you feel about that?
Well, our rules allow for either pressed or unpressed. I like them both because I've grown up eating both types of sandwiches. On a good day, I really like a pressed sandwich, but I'll take a unpressed sandwich any day.
So is today a good day or an unpressed day?
It's both. I'm a politician, for God's sakes. I got to say both. No, it's a great combination of everything. The one thing that I do know is that Tampa is the home of the Cuban sandwich, regardless of what you may hear from other people from other parts of the state. Tampa is where it was born and where it stays.
Yes, we do have this debate going on with Miami, and I don't know, this crowd shows, a big crowd here.
Well, first of all, the original Cuban bread that's used on these sandwiches that's baked here in Tampa really is the authentic bread. And one of the things that's been really great today are the non-traditional sandwiches, which just make use of the bread and then have different fillings. And they've all been really delicious. They're a real treat for the palate.
So one last thing. What would you like to say to the citizens, our neighbors in Miami?
Well, we love Miami. It's a great city. It's one of the great cities in our state. But we all know that the Tampa Cuban sandwich is original. It was born here over 100 years ago. And we appreciate everything that Miami's contributed to the state and its history. But the one thing they have not contributed is creation of the Cuban sandwich. We love you guys, but that belongs to Tampa.
And little last words for Miami?
Well, I agree with Councilman Suarez, and I would just say that people that live in Tampa ought to be really proud of the cultural heritage that we have and all of the things that we've originated here that make us a unique place to live.
Well, I am going to let you gentlemen go back, and thank you so much for coming down to Ybor. Barbecue at a Cuban Sandwich Festival. I love it.
That's right.
How are you here?
We're having a good time. We're having a good day. We figured we'd add a little bit of barbecue to the Cuban Festival, and they have their sandwiches and we have our sandwiches, and kind of mix in together.
I think it's a good mix. I've been watching the line. You've had a line all day.
Everyone likes it. The smoke adds a little bit of flavor to it, and doing like that, the aroma, people come up and love it.
And what do you think of Ybor? Is this your first event here?
First event. It's great. I mean, it's good foot traffic. It's good for for everyone.
Well, thanks so much, and I'm going to have a pork sandwich.
All right, great. Let's do it to it.
As you can see, Ybor City is flavored to suit any taste. We'll see you next time.